Hey, what's up guys? It's TechZoomer talking to you here. And oh my god, the Apple event has just finished. And I'm so happy. We got so many new products talked about. So just to start today's video, I just want to say that most of the leaks that we heard were actually correct. No new, I think, feature and no new thing were actually surprising because we knew most of the new things. But one thing was for certain, the Apple Watch Series 9 was truly a small upgrade. So yeah, if you are excited for today's video, do not forget to drop a like down below, subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys for watching. Let's talk about the Apple event. Roll the intro. So, I think I want to start today's video by the order of the Apple event. Yes, Apple started today's event with two simple things.
We're so excited you could join us today for some big announcements about two essential products, Apple Watch and iPhone.
They just said, today we're going to talk about the Apple Watch and the iPhone, nothing more. But before that, they just praised themselves a bit by talking about the Mac being one of the best sellers currently, saying that the Apple Vision Pro is currently on track to be available at the beginning of 2024. So kind of trying to push away the leaks saying that the Apple Vision Pro is not going so well. So Apple just gave some good notes to their investors saying, calm down everyone, the Apple Vision Pro is on the right track. And I think we need to congratulate MKBHD because Apple mentioned MKBHD on their event, quoting MKBHD saying that the 15-inch MacBook Air would be the best-selling 15-inch laptop on the world. So congrats MKBHD, it's so nice to see a fellow creator reaching so high. Congrats, you deserve it. So yeah, Apple started the event as they usually do. They launched the Apple Watch Series 9. The Apple Watch Series 9 was a very small update. Yes, when I say very, it's like a very slight incremental upgrade. We got new colors, especially the pink. So it seems like 2023 would be the year of Barbie pink, so Apple introduced the new pink color. And of course, they introduced two new things. The Apple Watch S9 SIP. Yes, I'm not wrong. I did not say the word wrong, it's SIP. I don't know why Apple just kept it saying during the keynote. I thought they were making some mistakes like Apple Watch S9 SIP. But no, it's SIP, not ship. But this is the Apple Watch Series 9 SIP, and it enables a very cool feature that I think will be probably one of the game changers of the Apple Watch Series 9, and that's double tap. If you have currently an Apple Watch, you can actually enable an accessibility feature that enables you to work with your fingers, saying like double tap or triple tap, so your Apple Watch will respond to your taps and gestures on the screen. This is an accessibility feature, and Apple probably tested it as an accessibility feature for disabled people. But now, with the Apple Watch Series 9, they introduced it as a new feature for the Apple Watch family. Apple Watch Ultra 2, Apple Watch Series 9 2, both will feature this incredible gesture. I think these will catch on, and users from now on, like in 2, 3, 4, 5 years, they will get very used to it and they will love it. This is very innovative, this is incredible, and this changes the Apple Watch dynamic a ton. So I'm super excited to try it out on the store. I will not upgrade my Apple Watch Ultra version 1 just because of it. Well, doesn't make any sense. But the Apple Watch Series 9 did not just get double tap and the S9 chip. No, it also got the new display. A new display that can reach 2000 nits of peak brightness. This is the same display as my Apple Watch Ultra version 1. So yeah, good job Apple. This is a very bright, incredible display. I love it. You can see it everywhere. And now for better low light performance, so when you are in a very dark place and you want your screen to be even dimmer, like a theater or a cinema, then your screen can go up to 1 nit. So it can come down very low. I think this is like the bare minimum, 1 nit. It's incredibly dark. So good job Apple, incredible displays now on the Apple Watch Series 9. But in terms of design changes, we haven't seen anything new, so the Apple Watch Series 9 will keep using the same Apple Watch Series 8 design. No new blood oxygen type tracker thing, nothing. Apple just talked about how their SOS features save lives, again, like every year they do. I mean, it's a cool feature, but you don't need to talk about every year how it saved like 10 lives. It's an incredible feature, I know, but calm down with the marketing on that. As for the new ultra-wideband chip 2, this is promising because you will be able to track and actually figure it out your iPhone, where it is, how to track it. So this new ultra-wideband 2 chip will be very useful to track your iPhone, to locate it, just like currently you can do it with your iPhone 14 Pro Max or your AirTag, you can locate it via the ultra-wideband chip. This new ultra-wide 2 will be very useful because it will be more efficient. More efficiency means that your iPhone can find with less error, and so I think it will make this feature much better. On a final note on the Apple Watch Series 9, we also got, because of this new chip, on-device Siri. So all of your requests for Siri will be processed on the Apple Watch itself, not going to the cloud for the iPhone. So every single request, like call someone, like turn on this setting or start a workout, this new feature will be faster and with less mistakes because it will be processed on device, so no lag, no errors, nothing. This is a very underrated feature because if you have an Apple Watch, you know what I'm talking about. Siri can get you very messed up sometimes because sometimes it responds to nothing, like you ask for something from Siri and she doesn't answer, or sometimes you are talking to your friend, to someone, and the Apple Watch just simply turns on and says, "What's up? Do you need something?" "No, I don't need something, Siri. Thank you." So yeah, this is a very underrated feature, so I'm hopeful that Apple actually fixed it this time. They also introduced the new Apple Watch Ultra. And with this one I was kind of doubtful because I did not think that Apple would release another Apple Watch Ultra so soon. They did not release the new Apple Watch SE. So I was kind of thinking, will they launch the new Apple Watch Ultra 2? I was like, will they, won't they? I don't know. But they actually did, and some slight changes. For example, they have it now a new display, a 3000 nit capable display. So this time is 1000 nits brighter than the current S9 display. So yeah, 1000 nits brighter than my Ultra version 1, the first Ultra, but would you upgrade just for that? And then, of course, the S9 SIP. This is the biggest feature in my opinion, because it will enable double tap on the Apple Watch. So if you have an Apple Watch, you'll be able to double tap, triple tap in the future, and I think this is going to be the biggest feature of this generation of Apple Watch. So trust me, the biggest change coming to Apple Watch lineup this year, 2023, with the Apple Watch Series 9 and the Apple Watch Ultra is the double tap feature, just because of the S9 SIP. So this new chip actually became the biggest thing on the Apple Watch lineup, while we were thinking that it would be the smallest. So let me know in the comments down below, will you upgrade for the Apple Watch Series 9, for the Apple Watch Ultra 2? Let me know all of that in the comments down below. And one slight thing, there's no dark titanium color. So the Apple Watch Ultra is now only available, just like it was before, on this natural titanium color. So yeah, kind of a disappointment. But I hate to say it, I told you so. So yeah, let's talk about the iPhone 15. The iPhone 15 was announced by Apple today, and it was big. Just, it was really big, especially the Pro models. But for that, you have to wait a few minutes. Now, let's talk about the normal iPhone 15 and 15 Plus. These two devices were announced by Apple first. So the iPhone 15 and 15 Plus are now available in several new colors. A new black, which is really close to the iPhone 14 Pro Max Space Black, a new white, the new spectacular pink to match your Apple Watch, the Starlight color, a new green, and a new yellow. So I think that the saturation this time is not the perfect one. I think I would prefer a more saturated color. But let me know in the comments below what you think and what is your opinion on the new iPhone 15 colors. But this is far away from one of the biggest features for the iPhone 15. The colors might be one of the smallest, not the smallest features coming to these iPhones. So let's do a lightning run on what's new on this year's iPhone 15. So to start with the display, we got the new dynamic island, we got the new contoured edge design. So that's how Apple calls it, the new contoured edge design. This is the design that I talked about. The edges will be smoother and contoured, so they will be softer and easier to hold. Then we also get a 1600 nit peak brightness display with HDR peak brightnesses of 2000 nits. This is the same display present on the iPhone 14 Pro Max. So this is going to be very bright and one of the best displays on the business. Still no promotion, but like I told you, on the leaks videos, that's exclusive for the Pro models. You probably won't ever see a promotion display on an iPhone 15, 15 Plus, 16, 16 Plus, etc. That's exclusive for the iPhone Pro models. On the camera side, we also got a 48 megapixel sensor with an f1.6, like I talked about on the video before that, on the rumors video. Yes, we got a new sensor on the iPhone. And on that video, on the leaks video, I was telling you that Apple won't enable a Pro RAW mode on this iPhone. So you won't be able to shoot a 48 megapixel photo on your device. No, and Apple did it. So Apple did not release a 48 megapixel mode, a Pro RAW mode. They didn't. But what they did was even more impressive. They combined together the Pro mode and the normal mode and created a new super sharp resolution mode on the iPhone. Yes, now the iPhone 15s only have one mode, and that's the 24 megapixel shot. Yes, Apple now creates a 24 megapixel shot, which is incredible. It crops in on the 48 megapixel and makes it extremely sharp, but still really good on low light. So I think this is a new technology in terms of pixel binning. Instead of combining one pixel into four, they create one pixel out of two. That's how I think it works. I'm not so sure, but the one thing is for certain, now we got way better and way sharper photos. I hope in the future Apple enables a 48 megapixel mode for the iPhone 15 and 15 Plus. It's truly incredible, and I'm still not sure if this Apple Pro RAW will be available or not. Apple was very unclear on that. They did not talk about if it was going to be available or not. For my understanding, it is not, but I could be wrong. So one thing is for sure, we got now this new 48 megapixel sensor, which enables now 4K 30 frames per second cinematic mode, enables a 24 megapixel shot. So this 48 megapixel shot will be much sharper and will enable to take amazing landscape photos with amazing detail, and it will also balance the low light performance with the sharpness of the 48 megapixel sensor. So these are the biggest news coming to the camera of the iPhone 15 and 15 Plus. But there's more. There's more. The next technology to be introduced on this new camera system is, of course, the crop mode, available now on this 48 megapixel sensor. Again, because of this new sensor, you are able to now have three focal lenses with only two cameras. The 0.5, so the 30mm ultra-wide macro photography camera, then the 24mm main camera, and then of course the crop mode. I think it's a 48mm equivalent, so yeah, you now have a 0.5, a 1x and a 2x with only two cameras. You can now zoom further, zoom backwards, and keep the same zoom. This is incredible technology, but the biggest thing, also adding to that, is the new portrait mode. This is going to be available for every single iPhone, the Pro model and the normal model, so I will talk about it now, and it will apply to the Pro models. This new portrait mode will be an automatic portrait mode. What do I mean by that? Well, this is going to be massive. Because now, whenever you take a photo on the 1x, the main camera, you don't need to switch to portrait mode for it to capture the information to create that portrait photography. So every time you do it, it will take it. And now, later on settings, you can change this. You can change the aperture, you can change the dynamic focus on the back, you can change everything about this photo. This is insane. Now you can turn your normal photos into portrait modes and vice versa. But the biggest feature is not this. The biggest feature now is that you can switch focus on the subject for a different subject after you took the photo. So imagine you have two subjects on your photo, one in focus and one out of focus, blurred. Now you can simply tap on the other face that is not actually focused, and it will focus on the other face and unblur the face that it was focused. So just like cinematic video did, after taking the video, now you can do it on a photo, which is insane. Like before you could not do this, and now this is available. This just blows my mind. This is one of the best features on the camera system on the iPhone 15 and 15 Pro. This is a game changer. Trust me, a game changer. Powering all of these new features, the iPhone 15 and 15 Plus will feature the A16 Bionic, present on the iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max. And what I can tell you is that it's about 20% faster than the A15. It's a pretty good chip. I used it for 1 year on my iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max. So I gotta say, I'm happy with it. I prefer that Apple put the A17 there, but no, they just used the A16 like traditionally they do. So I'm not surprised. Again, the A16 chip is a very fast and efficient chip. More features on this device are the U2 band chip, so the same chip that I talked about on the Apple Watch. This is better for finding a location things. So yeah, expect a better awareness of the iPhone, or spatial awareness, I would say. Then we also got improved audio quality on the phone calls. Finally, 20 years after Apple released the iPhone, I'm joking, not 20, but like 13 or 14 years after Apple released the first iPhone, they are improving the phone audio quality with new, I think it's AI features, I'm not sure. Everything these days is an AI feature. So yes, we are getting better phone quality audio. And this is also possible to turn on noise cancellation mode. So you know when you are using FaceTime and you can actually cancel the noise, the background noise with FaceTime, you will be able to do so with this year's iOS 17 on the iPhone 15. I don't know if it's because of the A16 chip or just the iOS 17. I'm not sure. Maybe it will come to older iPhones. Apple did not specify that. I hope so, because this is a very, very good feature that I would like to see on older iPhones. This is an improvement over the SOS satellite feature launched on the iPhone 14. Now you can call a road assistant without having no cellular data or network. So it's a pretty cool feature whenever you need it. When you don't need it, you don't actually notice it. So I hope it's useful, but I hope it's not useful for you. You understand what I mean? And finally, we got the biggest feature on the iPhone 15 and 15 Pro, and that's USB-C. Finally, thank you, Apple. Thank you. We've got USB-C. Thank God we got it, USB-C. Finally, this year's iPhone 15 and 15 Plus will feature USB-C 2.0 speeds, so no USB-C 3.0 speeds. This is going to be the same speeds as Lightning, but as Apple says specified, now you'll be able to charge other accessories like the AirPods Pro and the Apple Watch via your iPhone, just like the iPad Pro was unable to do it. Now, the iPhone 15 and 15 Plus will also be able to do it. And when they talked about this, they launched the new AirPods Pro 2 case. So the AirPods Pro 2 now come with USB-C. Thank God that rumor was also correct. But no AirPods Max and no other accessory was launched with USB-C. And so, to finish it all up, Apple revealed the prices of the iPhone 15 and 15 Plus. They will be still kept at the same price, starting at $799 and the iPhone 15 Plus at $899. No price jumps or increases this year. So rejoice, the iPhone 15 is not getting more expensive. It gets a 40 megapixel sensor, it gets USB-C, gets better OS features, better life quality improvement features. It's much better, kept at the same price. And with inflation pricing up, oh my God, that's a really good deal, trust me. And now we finally reach the star of the show, the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max. And with this I will be quick, because most of the features that we got, we also talked about it on the iPhone 15. They are about the same. The same camera features, the same portrait automatic mode, the same USB-C port. Finally got USB-C on the iPhone Pro models. It's USB-C 3.0 though, so we get faster speeds. You can now transfer directly ProRes footage to an external drive. So you can be recording, instead of being recording to your internal drive on your iPhone, you can record 4K 60 frames per second now ProRes footage to an external drive. So this is really, really cool for someone that actually needs to use your iPhone to record ProRes video, but on a talking head shot like this does not have enough space. This would be very useful if I still used the iPhone to record videos. Now I don't, now I have a special camera, so for me it's not that useful. But this is really cool, and I hope you use it for someone that actually needs it. Then, of course, we got the biggest and most exciting thing on the Pro models, titanium. Titanium is now available on the iPhone, and this is insane. Apple used grade 5 titanium alloy on their iPhones. And by doing so, this is the lightest iPhone ever, the lightest Pro model iPhone ever. So I'm super excited. The height, the width, the volume, and the sheer weight of the iPhone Pro models, and especially the Pro Max model, were one of the most hated things for myself on the Pro models. But now Apple fixed probably one of my biggest gripes with the iPhone 15 Pro Max. So thank you, Apple. A lighter iPhone was what we needed. But this does not stop here. Apple also reduced the bezels on the display. And by doing so, they did not increase the display size. But you're asking, how could Apple diminish and reduce the bezels by that much and not increasing the screen size? It's still kept at 6.1 and 6.7. Easy. They reduced the sheer size of the new iPhones. So the iPhone 15 Pro and 15 Pro Max are actually smaller in size, keeping the same display by reducing the bezels, and now it's much, much better. Apple killed the iPhone mini, but I think they want to turn the iPhone 15 Pro into an iPhone mini Pro. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about that. But I'm super excited for a smaller Pro Max iPhone, lighter, easier to carry around, with a more comfortable redesign, with these new contour edges, titanium, a brushed finish that looks so cool, and with 4 new colors. Apple actually simplified the names this year, calling it black titanium, white titanium, blue titanium, and natural titanium. So this was insane. This new redesign, I love it so much. But this redesign does not stop here. The iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max will be getting an action button. this action button is customizable. By factory settings, you'll be able to turn off and turn on silent mode. But if you want to, you can customize everything. This button is completely customizable by your choices. You can choose camera, you can choose voice recording, live memo recording, voice memo recording. You can choose shortcuts, like you can create a shortcut and use the action button to enable that shortcut so you can open your garage door, open your home lights. Oh my God, there's so many possibilities now with the action button. This, for some people, will be an insane feature. For myself, I have it on the Apple Watch Ultra. I don't use it that much, but I think this will be revolutionary for some people. So good to see it, only exclusive on the Pro models. So no action button on the iPhone 15 and 15 Plus. We also got a new chip, the A17 Pro chip. Yes, Apple changed the name of the chip of the iPhone. Now it's called A17 Pro chip. And this chip brings some new improvements. It's a 3nm architecture, so it's way more efficient. Also, it adds up 2 more cores for the CPU, and the GPU sees an improvement of 20%. So I think it's a pretty cool chip. The CPU gets a 10% bump in performance, but it's way more efficient. And the GPU now also supports ray tracing, which Apple actually gives a very big emphasis talking about gaming on the iPhone. And oh my God, Apple actually talked about console level games coming to the iPhone and iPad later down this year. So Assassin's Creed Mirage will be available on iPhone and iPad. This is a AAA game available by Ubisoft. The Assassin's Creed game, the newest Assassin's Creed game, will be available on the iPhone. This is crazy. Also, the remake of Resident Evil 4 and I think Resident Evil other game, I don't know, a AAA game present on the Mac. So super excited to see those and to try those on the new iPhone 15 Pro Max. I've been talking about this video too much, like even my light on the background has died because of the time of this video. This is a big one, so keep it on with me. But on the camera side of the Pro models, the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max still feature the same features present on the iPhone 15 and 15 Plus. So the same 24 megapixel high resolution normal photo, the same automatic portrait mode that you can edit and choose whatever you like, the settings, everything, the focus, the amount that you want, whenever you want to do it, and we'll do it automatically on every photo you take mode. So automatic portrait mode, the name says everything. Then we'll also feature some improvements to night mode photography, but the Pro models will feature new things because with the new 48 megapixel f1.8 sensor, this sensor is way bigger than the one present on the iPhone 15 and 15 Plus. This will enable Apple to use 3 or 4 actual focal lenses. So the normal 1x, the 1.2x, which is a 28mm equivalent, the 1x was a 24, then the 1.5x, which was a 35mm equivalent, and then the 2x, which is a 48mm camera lens equivalent. So now with the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max, you actually have 7 different cameras, like Apple told us. Like the macro mode, the 13mm ultra-wide camera, which is also new on the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max, better low-light photography, better camera quality in general. We also got the main lens, which can also produce 4 different focal lenses. So again, 24, 28, 35, 48, which is the 2x, 1, 1.2, 1.5, and the 2x, and then of course the telephotos. The Pro model features the normal 3x telephoto. This is the same one present on the iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max. But the biggest thing now comes with the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Now we have a 5 times telephoto lens on the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Apple explained it, how they did it. This is a periscope lens. It's a 5x periscope lens with 4 mirrors on the back of the iPhone on the sensor. So the light reflects on these 4 mirrors and creates the distance needed to create this 120mm lens equivalent. So 5x. This is the first lens on the market on any smartphone to feature 3D optical stabilization on a lens. This is very useful because if you don't know, when you use a telephoto, any movement that you do will be very noticeable on the viewfinder because the telephoto is like a scope. Imagine a scope. And if you move it a tiny bit, the viewfinder will move very much because of the difference. Imagine moving a tiny bit, a very big stick. If you move it just a tiny bit, the other end of the stick will move a lot. That's because of the distance that you are shooting your subject. So it makes sense, and that's why I think that using a 3D optical stabilization technology will make taking these photos much easier. But this is all for the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max camera. I don't see any more technologies that will change that much your lifestyle. Well, I've talked about before the 4K 60 video ProRes recording to an external hard drive, and now with the Pro models we'll be also enabled to record log for the first time on an iPhone and on a smartphone. So recording log, it's insane on an iPhone. This is really cool for someone that actually wants to use their iPhone for cinemaking. Recording log is essential, and for the first time the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max will feature it. So thank you Apple, amazing feature. And for those that are still hopeful for the Apple Vision Pro, these are the first iPhones ever able to capture spatial video. So for those bearish people that were saying that the Apple Vision Pro would fail, no one would want actually to record spatial video with their Apple Vision Pro device, well, Apple just solved your issue. Use your iPhone. Now you will be able to use your iPhone to record spatial video like you did before to record normal video. So no more awkward moments. Like, I wouldn't thought that was a problem, but some people pointed it out and Apple solved the issue. So now you can record 4K 60 ProRes, you can record it to an external hard drive, you can record log on your iPhone. Thank you Apple. You can also use your USB-C to record directly to a Mac. Thank you Apple. And finally, you can use your USB-C to take 40 megapixel shots, raw shots, directly to your Mac. Also really useful. And to finish it off, again, USB-C 3.0 speeds on this top notch. Don't forget that now with this technology you'll be able to charge your accessories, your AirPods Pro, your Apple Watch. So it's essential technology. And to finish it up, Apple revealed the prices. The iPhone 15 Pro will start at the same $999 starting price. This is huge. Still keeping the same price after like 5 years with this huge inflation run is insane. Apple still kept the same iPhone 15 Pro with 128 gigabytes of base storage at $999. But hear me out, the iPhone 15 Pro Max got the best news that we could ever hope so. It got a $100 price increase, yes, starting at $1,200, $1,199, but it got a storage bump increase. So now it starts at 256 gigabytes of storage. This is for all my European friends like me. The iPhone 15 Pro Max just got cheaper on Europe. So rejoice, cheaper prices on the iPhone 15 Pro Max, and I think on the Apple Watch S9 and the Apple Watch Ultra 2. So, oh my god, I'm so excited for these cheaper prices. I never thought that it could be possible. So if you think about it, the price did not increase. Apple just killed the base model iPhone 15 Pro Max. So they are pushing it towards the iPhone Ultra model. So keeping the iPhone 15 Pro as the Pro Mini iPhone and creating the Ultra model. So Apple wants right now, in my opinion, to create a different lineup. The Pro lineup will be a very big phone and a very small Pro phone. So the Ultra model and the Pro small model. So pretty good prediction in my opinion. I think this will be the future of the Pro model iPhones. So whenever this happens, drop a comment down below if you are watching this on the future that I was right. This is my prediction and I think it will be a correct one. So super excited for this iPhone 15 Pro Max. I will be getting one, reviewing it, using it for 1 year and giving it my final thoughts next year. So I'm super excited. If you want to see my iPhone 15 Pro Max hands-on video, wait, subscribe to my channel because next week I will have it. I will also do a review, comparison between this and my mirrorless camera, a comparison with that phone and the iPhone 14 Pro Max if you want to see a camera comparison. So subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of those videos. Sorry for the long video, but this Apple event was packed and I needed to talk about every single very cool feature that happened on this Apple event. No more leather cases, no more leather anywhere on Apple Store. So rip leather accessories. Now we got fine woven accessories. I want to try one and I will give you my experience later down when I have one. But let me know in the comments below which was your favorite feature on the iPhone event. Oh, and I also forgot, the iCloud storage now has got a bump up to 6 terabytes and 12 terabytes. Finally, I used the 2 terabyte model and oh my god, the iCloud Plus subscription is completely full. I could not pay for more. I needed to pay for the Apple, I think it's Apple One. It's the subscription model that you pay for every single Apple service. I don't need it, so I was stuck at 2 terabytes, but with it completely full. Now you can buy a 6 terabyte and a 12 terabyte version. Thank you, Apple, for hearing us. I need that extra space to store my photos and my videos. Those are essential. So let me know in the comments below what you thought about the Apple event. Do not forget to drop a like down below, subscribe to the channel. Sorry for the long video. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Tech Summer talking to you here. Bye-bye.